Hello everyone, I'm your teacher Fátima, and today I will explain to you a grammar rule which is the passive voice in a past simple tense. So in today's lesson, we will get to know what is passive voice, so I will give you the definition of it. The rule of passive voice, you will know how to form a sentence using passive voice. Then I will show you some examples and then we will have an exercise together. So let's get started, shall we? What is passive voice? Well, basically, passive voice is used to show interest in the action and the object of a sentence, meaning that the subject is less important than the action itself. In passive voice, we don't focus on the subject, we focus more on the object or the action that the subject did. The rule of passive voice, first of all, we need to know in past simple sentences, the past simple will transform into past participle if we change it into passive voice. So the active voice will be past simple, but the passive voice will be past participle, meaning that we need to have an object at the beginning. We need to start the sentence. We must start our sentences with the object, not the subject, object, then was or were, and then the past participle. Remember that the subject can be added in a passive voice, but where? By the end of a sentence. As we said, in passive voice sentences, we start our sentence with object, but actually we can add the subject at the end of the sentence, and this is optional. Let's take a look at some examples. The first example, the man who stole my car has been arrested. As we can see here, this sentence is an active voice. What is the difference between active voice and passive voice? Active voice, we start our sentence with the subject, but in passive voice, we start our sentence with the object, and the subject can be added at the end of a sentence. The second example, they built their house during the 19th century. This is an active voice. The house was built during the 19th century by them. This is a passive voice. What's the difference? As we said, active voice, we start with subjects. Passive voice, we start with an object. And then was built, the past participle. So let's practice now together. Let's go. The cake by Emily for the birthday celebration. What is the correct choice? Was baked, or baked, or is baking. Take a look at the subject here, the object here, the cake. Is the cake plural or singular? Singular, that's right. So we choose. Pause the video and answer. Was baked, correct. Let's go to the next question. A selfie by a girl. What is the correct answer? Clicked, was clicked, were clicked. Again, take a look at the object, a selfie. Is it plural or singular? Singular, correct. So, was clicked. Good job, you guys. So, in conclusion, we have learned today 3 things. What does passive voice mean? And we said in passive voice, we focus more on the what? Yes, on the object or the action. There's less stress on the subject. How to form a passive voice sentence, and we said we need to cancel the subject and start our sentence with the object, was and were, and then the past participle of the verb. Finally, what is the difference between active voice and passive voice? And as we said, in active voice, we need subject to start our sentence with subject, like they built. But in passive voice, we must start our sentence with the object. So a house was built. Okay? Excellent. And thank you all for listening. I hope that I see you in many more videos. Thank you all.